After he was pulled over, he shot at police first, and they returned fire. His gun was recovered, and he'd emptied his clip. Look at these headlines. Seatbelt violation ends with black man dead on Chicago street after cops fired nearly 100 bullets. Police fired 96 shots in 41 seconds, killing black man during traffic stop. Deadly Chicago traffic stop where police fired 96 shots raises serious questions about use of force. Not one of those headlines tells you that Reed is the one who started the shootout.
I'm personally devastated to see yet another young black man lose his life during an interaction with the police.
Just bought his new car 3 days before that, and he was just riding around in his car. He said, "Mom, going for a ride," and they killed him.
Oh, Lord.
All Reed had to do was comply.
What's going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to come back to you. I wanted to bring a story about a man named Dexter Reed out of Chicago. Dexter, back about a year ago, was arrested on a weapons charge. He was carrying a firearm that he was not permitted to carry. Flash forward about a year. He's driving down the street wearing a ski mask and not wearing a seatbelt. He was pulled over. The cops pulled him over, and he decided to open fire on police. And he hit one of the cops, and the cops, they shot back and they killed him. But the mainstream media, and especially the black media, they want you to believe that this poor kid, Dexter Reed, did nothing wrong except be pulled over for not wearing a seatbelt. Yeah. The reason why Dexter Reed is dead is because Dexter Reed decided, like a dumbass, to pull a gun and start shooting at the cops. But guys, I'm going to show you two different body camera angles to show you what happened.
Roll the windows down.
Roll the window down, man.
Roll the window down. What are you doing?
Roll this one down.
Roll that one down too. Hey, don't roll the window up. Don't roll the window up.
Okay.
Do not roll the window up. Unlock the doors now. Unlock the doors now. Unlock the doors now. Open the door now. Open the door now. Open the door now.
Hey, put your window down, man.
Roll the window down. What are you doing?
Hey, roll this one down, too.
Do not roll the window up. Do not roll it up. Unlock the doors now.
Hey, unlock it.
Unlock the doors now. Open the door now. Open the door now.
Hey!
The door now.
Well, guys, man, all footage appears to show that Dexter Reed started this whole thing. He's the one that shot the cops. Again, the cops approached the vehicle. They said, put the window down, because apparently that female cop appears that she saw something that scared her, that made her afraid. And she backed up and drew her gun and told him to put the window down. He did not. He did not. And a couple seconds later, we find out exactly what she was afraid of. He started shooting at them, hitting one of the cops and the rest. And all body camera footage shows that he's the one that began shooting, not them. But guys, man, the mainstream media and the black media, they are using this to say, oh, look, A poor black kid was shot and killed again by cops unjustifiably. He was stopped for a seatbelt and killed. No, he shot the cops. He started shooting at the cops. What are they supposed to do? But guys, I'm going to show you exactly what some of these folks are saying. Watch this.
Folks, welcome back to Roland Martin Unfiltered here on the Black Start Network. Let me introduce my panel, Robert Portillo. He is host, People, Passion, Politics, News and Talk 1380 WAOK out of Atlanta. Scott Bolden. He is, of course, lawyer in D.C., former chair of the National Bar Association in D.C. Chamber of Commerce PAC. Scott, I listen. I understand the role of officers. I understand when it comes to combating crime. But it takes all of that for a seatbelt violation?
Oh, man, Roland. Come on, knock it off. Knock it off, man. Again, this kid was pulled over for a seatbelt violation. Yes, that's true. But he took it to a different level. Again, that's all it would have been. But he decided to pull his gun and start shooting at the cops. Are you this stupid? I mean, I understand, Roland, that you're trying to fill whatever void inside of you, whatever hole is in your soul, from stuffing whatever cream-filled sugar pastry into your gut. I get that. I mean, it's hard to think when your brain is overwhelmed by sugar. I get that. But the fact of the matter is, man, these people, the cops, they're people too. And these people wanted to go home at the end of the day. And a person apparently was doing the wrong thing to begin with. They had every reason to pull him over. He was driving down the road in a ski mask without wearing a seatbelt. Again, I'm sure just the sheer fact that he drove down the road in a ski mask set off red flags. They pulled him over. And he pulled a gun on them. Started shooting. But again, it's just because of a seatbelt violation. Man, are you really that dumb? And do you really think people are that dumb? You know, I guess your viewers must be.
First, tactical units aren't hired and aren't on duty to make traffic stops. That's the first thing. Even if they saw him coming from the front window of his car and said he didn't have his seatbelt on, that's not what tactical units do. And if it's a traffic stop, you don't go up to the car with your guns drawn saying, put your windows down. So that's blown away, regardless of what they investigate. Secondly, 91 shots in 41 seconds, there are officers shooting from 100 to 200 feet away, right? Which means that's dangerous for people around them. That's dangerous for the other officers. And the victim gets out of the car unarmed with his hands up. And when he gets to the back of the car, they're still shooting. And those bullets, after he's got his hands up and he's outside the vehicle, that's when he gets shot. And you can see he gets gunned down by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different shots, including it looks like the officers from a distance who's behind the car just firing and reloading and firing. That makes absolutely no sense. There's a lot more going on here as to why they stopped him.
First of all, man, it was 96 shots, not 91. And again, man, you said, well, the tactical unit, they can't pull over him. Yeah, they can. And it wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered who it was. It was a cop. They had the right to stop somebody that was driving down the road without wearing a seatbelt and wearing a ski mask. And I'm sure that's what brought up big time red flags. And they were right. The cops were right to stop him. Why? Well, because again, he opened fire upon the cops after what, like a minute or two of stopping them. So again, we have to understand exactly what the cops did was the right thing because they knew something was wrong with this guy. And it was proven. But you want to make it sound like the only reason why he's dead is because he was pulled over for a seatbelt violation. That's not true. Not even close to being true. And then you said that that the cops put everyone at risk, shooting back at him from like 100, 200 feet away. Again, are you this stupid? Dexter is the one that put everyone at risk. Dexter Reed. He's the one that started shooting at the cops. And the cops, they can't allow somebody just to shoot at them and everyone else. And again, one of the cops was hit. But I mean, I truly can't believe you guys. You're like, well, they put everyone at risk. No. The guy committing the crime shooting at them put everyone at risk. They were shooting back to neutralize the situation and stop him. And if the guy died, and he did, oh well. I mean, he was shooting at the cops. So again, you have to understand that the cops want to go home at the end of the day. They have lives. And then you said, well, you know, he got out of the car and put his hands up and everything else, and they still shot him. Well, first of all, we don't know exactly what the cops were thinking and exactly what kind of threat the cops believed this guy still was. And apparently, they believed he was still a threat. He might have had something. Again, you got to understand, he opened fire on the cops for no reason at all. So again, he was a big threat just in that.
At no point in a single video do I hear cops say police. Now, in the 5th video we played, you see somebody with a vest on that says police on the back. I'm assuming it says on the front. But when they come up to the vehicle, nobody identifies themselves. And I don't see a badge dangling from their neck. I don't see anything. How in the hell am I supposed to know who you are?
That's one of many questions I think all of us have. This is a outrage for that community and for any community. And when we hear all this hyperbole around why are we still marching and protesting and demanding accountability and even demanding from the Biden administration federal legislation on police brutality, this is why. There are so many points where the police could have de-escalated this situation from the beginning by identifying themselves, by finding ways to talk these things down. And I'm not even quite sure who fired the first shot in this situation, but in those set of circumstances, should 91 shots be needed for this type of interaction? Not to mention you're in a populated area. Think about the collateral damage that could have happened. These cops are firing from 100, 200 feet away at this individual. Right. So it is a absolute atrocity that has taken place in this situation, and I'm hoping that as evidence comes out, we find out exactly what motivated these cops to respond in this manner.
I can't believe, man, even Roland was saying this. This truly is stupid. I mean, truly is. There's no other way to say it. I mean, again, Dexter Reed knew exactly who they were. And again, Roland Martin was not there. And every single video that I saw that Roland had on his show did not show the moment the cops got there. But he knew. He knew exactly who they were. There's no question about that. But again, we gotta pretend. We gotta play this fantasy game that people like Roland want to play. Which again is no accountability for the criminal. And everything is on the cops. Everything. Again, the cops did nothing wrong. Nothing at all. And again, this idiot, this whatever his name is, so the guy that was on the show there that was talking a second ago, the radio personality guy. Yeah. He's saying that the cops should have de-escalated the situation. How? In what way? Again, they tried. First of all, we have to remember, in no way do the cops want to get into a shootout. In no way. That is not what they want to do. They want to go home. They want to live. They don't want to possibly get shot and die. So again, they're not trying to cause a shootout. They told the guy to step out of the car. He put the window down, show us your hand, step out of the car. The guy wouldn't get out of the car. Then within so many seconds, he started shooting at the cops. The cops did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. They returned fire. They wound up killing Mr. Reed. And again, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Because again, the guy was a threat to society. And he died. Because he's the one that did it. He's 100% accountable for what he did. It's like, we're going to blame the cops. We're going to blame the cops for what the criminal did. Again, we truly have to understand the reason why you want to blame everyone else, except for the one who started shooting at the cops. The reason why you want to blame everyone else is because you don't want to have the black man take any accountability for himself, for anything. It's all the fault of police, systemic racism, white supremacy, whatever. It's always the fault of someone else. And again, that's really, truly an evil thing to do. Is blame everyone else for your problems except for you. And it's never going to get better. It's only going to get worse. Why? Because you won't address the actual problem. Again, if you held people accountable for what they did, you locked them up. Again, you gave them punishment for what they did wrong. And they said, and you said to them, hey, look, if you want to get better, then do better. Do better things. Hold your own community accountable for what they do or what they don't do. Then things would get better. But you don't want things to get better. Because you guys make your money off peddling smut. That's what you do. You don't want things to get better. So you're not going to hold people accountable. Because if you held them accountable for what they actually did, then things would start to change. But that is what you don't want. But guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks. You son of a